Okay, so I'm gonna make this video for y'all while driving because it kind of fits the theme. So the theme for this video is how there's more to do. There's more to do than you can possibly get done, basically. And that's just a feature of life. Like, there will always be, like, life, it's really stressful in so many ways. Like, just really stressful because, like, there's just more stuff piling up to do every day than you can possibly do, and there's already more things than you could possibly do anyway. So there's just this infinite array of things that are multiplying faster and faster that you're falling further and further behind on. And the only way, like, here's just an example. Like, I don't know. So, like, I've got gut issues and stuff because I just had health problems my whole life. So I got gut issues, diarrhea, whatever. Bad breath, kind of just because of my gut issues. I got cracked heels that bleed and it hurts to walk sometimes, often, especially during the winter because of, like, fatty acid metabolism issues due to gut issues. So I'd, like, fix my body a lot. Like, there's definitely just a lot of, like, fixing my body to do still. But I'm still in, like, really good shape, like, in terms of, like, hormonally, like, for an athlete, business owner, father, husband. Like, my sex drive and my sex function is, like, really good. Like, I'm really happy. Like, I train a lot, and I train hard, and I perform well, and I work hard, and I, like, don't get nearly as much sleep as I need. But I'm still able to, like, keeping on top of most of my stuff, and keeping on top of the stuff I know, being disciplined. I can maintain, like, a really, like, I just get, like, crazy boners all the time, like, which has not always been the case. People are like, oh, you're young. Like, no, I had erectile dysfunction for, like, a straight year when I was 16, and I was, like, shitting blood, pissing blood, like, just having, like, a horrible time of it. Candida rash, like, breakout all over my groin, like, just feeling miserable, complete insomnia, unable to sleep, like, couldn't get an erection for a year. I just didn't have, like, a boner for, like, a year. So all these people, like, my balls shriveled up. I had to, like, get my testosterone going back again, which I did with, like, a thermogenic protocol that I talk about in other videos, and ashwagandha and mucuna pruriens. Those are two herbs that were really helpful at the time. I took those twice a day just to lower my chronic cortisol and get dopaminergic function going in my brain again, because my brain was just, like, did not want to, like, it was horrible. I couldn't think straight. Like, I was so stressed I couldn't think straight. And, like, even now, like, I have this tendency towards stress, and I feel like it's not just, it's like, a lot of it is the byproduct of just health problems, not sleeping, like, just stressful way of being is kind of, like, almost built into my brain at this point. I have to, like, unlearn that every day through meditating. But yeah, I don't know. So there's, like, that. So I'm kind of, like, working on that, which is a challenge. And then I also, like, have two daughters. I have to, like, figure out how I'm going to homeschool them. And then I have to, like, they just have needs that are constantly multiplying. And then, like, my wife and I have, like, our, like, things we want to do together. So we want to, like, have our time together. So, like, I need to, like, furnish that relationship with attention and love and caring. And then, like, I want to, like, give love and attention to my parents and, like, my brother and sister, like, have, like, that family be strong, and, like, love to have friends too, you know what I mean? They, like, and, like, an organized house, and, like, eat healthy food that, like, you know, so it's like I'm already at the point where the things I want to do eclipse the bounds of reasonability. Like, you can't have an integrated life with enough sleep and time for your kids. Like, no one does that. It's not possible in this day and age because you just have to work too hard to make too much money. So this is where, but even, like, still, like, making money, like, it really comes down to, because if you have a business too, like, I got a business and I've made more money and I've made less money, and when you're making a lot of money, the amount of work you have to do keeps on increasing. So you have to figure out how to become more efficient while you're working. And this is the thing that I couldn't do when I was first health coaching, because then every time I'd sign up a new client, I would have to then coach the client. Like, it would destroy my momentum for getting the client. So, like, the system itself, like, there was too much. Every time I'd succeed, I'd create more work for myself. So the success was really not a success because I was just, like, building this time prison that I occupied, where, like, the more I'd succeed, the more work I had to do, which would take away from the time I needed to get more clients, which would give me money so that I could actually continue paying the bills to eat food, to have my brain work, so I can like coach the people I already had sign up. And that's just a lot of business stuff that I worked out, which took just you have to like go through it to figure it out, because no one's going to teach it to you. People will actually even teach you the opposite of what works often, because they don't want competition. That's dark. Winning through intimidation. So on that note, I don't do that with people I like. Like let's say I'm in like an openly hostile environment. I'm not going to give my opponents, like in a jiu-jitsu tournament, I'm not going to tell them what I'm going to do. Like, because it's just pointless. Like, why am I going to tell them how I'm going to defeat them? That's just making it harder for me. But provided I'm not directly competing against you right now, especially on this channel, because like for me to grow the channel, I'm going to have to give you guys good information. But the way I rationalize it selfishly, I'm such a calculating person. So I calculate out how it's going to benefit me to share with you all the strategies and tactics that I'm going to use to succeed. And the ultimate way it's going to benefit me is a few fold. So first of all, people are going to be like, oh, okay, the people who follow Devin and Weak to Warrior win. Like, they're just doing really well. They're really healthy. They're making lots of money. They're not getting the wool pulled over their eyes. And that's going to promote me. But then second of all, my long-term plans require lots of highly functional, high-performing people capable of independent thought. So selfishly, for me to do my plans, I need more people who are capable of independent thought and are capable of just being highly functioning people that can't be tricked easily. So whereas other people may benefit from tricking people to get short-term money, I also have the unique benefit of proprietary health knowledge. Like, I just spent like at least 20,000 hours. It's my life's work. It's everything I focus on all the time and think about, on how to optimize my health and performance. So because of that, and because of the unique nature of insomnia and having to fix that, like, there's just no one else in the insomnia space. There's no one else online who really is a competitor for insomnia. It's really like a blue ocean for me that I'm just coming right into and gonna take over the space very, very rapidly. Is my goal to take over the space very rapidly. And then, well, I don't know how much I want to reveal my plans, because ultimately, my ultimate goals are to have my own little autonomous company that manages basically a country that runs itself like a company, that is based on a large amount of land that's managed in a feudal type way, where I maintain the country/company's, let's say, proprietary status by monopolizing medical trade and the output of cutting-edge medical, health, fitness, and high-performance data and treatments. So that's my long-term plan. I mean, I don't know, like, I'm kind of learning as I do this YouTube thing how to do the YouTube thing. Like, how am I going to present information on YouTube? Like, how much am I going to reveal? Like, there's a lot of stuff I don't talk about on YouTube simply because, like, I don't want, it's, I don't know, the benefit to, wow, that's a really personal bit of information ratio is not high enough. Like, benefit to other people. Like, with the insomnia, I feel obligated to share. With erectile dysfunction, like, I did not want to talk about having erectile dysfunction on the internet. Like, I really put that off for a while, because it stinks. Like, it's like, hey guys, I'm going to talk about how I was really upset as a 16-year-old because my penis didn't work. And it emotionally traumatized me. Yay! It's just shitty. Like, I don't know. I don't like to be that. I don't want to, like, it's weakness. I don't like to be weak. Like, my whole objective is to be as strong and capable as I possibly can be. And, like, any sort of, like, oh, my penis is, like, it's like, weakness. And even like, I'm like, okay, well, I can take sharing the weakness, and I can turn that into an audience, and then I can use the audience to, like, fund stuff. Like, you guys are gonna fund all of my projects. It's gonna be great, because I already have, like, if, let's say you just want to be healthy, fit, and high performing, I am putting out all the best stuff on that, starting with insomnia. And basically, the way that's going to work is you guys buy my stuff. It's going to be a subscription membership site that's going to be up very shortly. My goal is to have that up before my birthday, which is a ton of work. Like, it's so much work. That's another thing. Like, with like, there's so much stuff to do, and it's like, I have to get this video up so I can keep my videos going every day, being released at 6 a.m. because that's keeping the algorithms going, which is keeping everything going. And with the algorithms going, promoting my content, I just hit 1,000 views on one of my videos, which is crazy. Like a long form 30-minute video hit 1,000 views today just in a few hours because I was posting consistently. The algorithm started picking up my content. I haven't posted consistently, really. This is like the first few weeks I've actually done it. I've actually been kind of inconsistent, and now that I'm doing it, things are picking up very well. It's a lesson in life, people. You got to be consistent. Momentum, inertia. Inertia is literally what keeps the earth spinning, and you just got to pick up speed. You got to just keep going, chipping away. So I'm like, okay, well, today, a whole bunch of stuff came up. It's hard, like, bunch of challenges filming, software challenges, hardware challenges, like daughter screaming challenges, nowhere to film challenges, but overcoming all of them again because I'm like, okay, what do I have to do? What's like the one thing? My brother's gonna love this when he sees this. He loves the one thing. Go check out his channel. His channel's really great too. But it's Devin Young. But the one thing though that I have to do is get the course completed. If I get the course completed, get the course in the membership site, and get that linked to the Discord group so I can get the community going, then what that's going to do is so wonderful, like this vision. So what that's going to do is that's going to provide me with consistent income so I can quit doing all the other things I'm doing to make money and stop stressing out about money all the time, because I really don't have like hard, I don't got that much money. I just like work a bunch at like other stuff to pay the bills so I can like work more at this to get this up and running, because I'm not really working. Like, I could have more money if I did home services full-time, did eBay more, but I purposely don't, so I can put more time into this to get this up and running, because my goal is just to get the membership site going. And once that membership site starts racking up, what I can then do is I can take all that attention that's going towards other stuff and I can put that 100% towards this. And I can even take, like, I got so much stuff I want to test out and do. Like, I want to ultimately, like, have my own medical facility on an island where they're doing all these medical treatments, like the Bahamas, where I am testing out cutting-edge drug treatments, cutting-edge combinations of drug treatments and diet treatments, all this stuff that they won't do in the U.S. because it's just too cutting-edge, it's too interesting, it's too, I don't know, like, they just don't have the balls to do it, I guess. Like, oh, sure, we'll chalk you up full of TRT, but God forbid we put you on a cyclic ketogenic diet using an alternating napping schedule with on and off days and like high doses of caffeine after meals with physical exercise to get your metabolism going in order to get your hormonal systems going as well. Because metabolism and hormones go hand in hand, so we have to get your metabolism going, get your hormones going. And maybe we'll use a little bit of TRT to get your systems going while we're ramping up your metabolism to then get the biofeedback systems going. I mean, if you're on TRT, you're familiar with TRT, you're familiar with all this stuff, because you're like, well, they tell you all this. Like, well, you have low testosterone, so your low testosterone means that your body isn't triggering luteinizing hormone or gonadotrophin releasing hormone to stimulate the testes to release more testosterone. You're like, oh, okay, well, so now I need supplemental testosterone. That's actually not the whole picture, and there's other things you can do. Like, I was 16 and my balls stopped working, and I was able to get them going again with caffeine, mucuna, ashwagandha, and dietary stuff. So I'd love to try that out for people who want TRT. Maybe I'll make some TRT videos, because that'd be really cool. Like, hey guys, this is how I fixed my balls when I was 16. So you can't even say it's an age thing. So people are like, oh, it's the age that you're on. I'm like, I was 16 and my dick didn't work for a year while I shit and pissed blood. And I had like a weird rash all over my genitals from like fungal overgrowth. Like I don't know, like, well, you were young. Like, why was I dying? Like, I don't know, whatever. Like, whatever. Just people, idiots will be idiots. And that's the other thing I'm realizing. There's a lot of positive feedback I get for putting this stuff out there too. So as this stuff finds the audience it's meant to, I get more positive feedback and less fools just commenting foolish things, which it's just whatever. I don't know. But back to like YouTube itself and learning how to interact with YouTube. Like, YouTube, your whole, like, you watching this, you, directly you, like, person now I'm speaking to. You are a person I'm reaching through YouTube. So there's the algorithm, and then there's, like, you, and there's, like, the demographic of people who have thoughts and ideas and interests like you. And I'm kind of learning how to speak to all three at the same time. But then also, like, I don't know, I just have some really cool plans for how I want to take over the whole hell space. I want to take over the whole hell space. Like, I read 0 to 1, and this has been a long time coming. I've been plotting this since I was, like, 16. Really, like, when I was 16 and my penis stopped working and I realized I wasn't going to be a chemical engineer, I was going to have to go into health and medicine, because all my time and attention was now going and making my dick work, making my balls turn back on, and making my body start working the way I wanted it to. So, like, well, I guess I'm not going to be a chemical engineer. I guess I'm going to spend my entire life trying to fix my health. And because I'm going to spend all my hours fixing my health, I might as well figure out how to fix other people's health too. So at least I can, like, turn this into something that benefits the world and maybe even myself. Maybe I make money from this someday, so I can use that money to fuel more research into greater and greater health, so that people can actually be healthy and live their potential. Because, like, just always been interested in it. I don't know, I'm just a really envelope pushing person, just from, like, the time I was, like, born. I don't know, I've just always wanted to know more, know why, know what's going on, know, well, like, okay, well, we can do that, like, planes can fly. Well, how about, like, space? Like, when I was, like, a really little kid, I wanted to be, like, a scientist, a scuba diver, and an astronaut. It's like, well, what does that say? It's like, I just wanted to push the effing envelope. Like, I just wanted to push the envelope intellectually, push the envelope in space, go to the bottom of the ocean. Like, I'm just like, where's the limits of what people have figured out how to do? I just want to be right there. Because it's just cool. Like, what else? I don't know. Like, also, like, a good meal, a good hike, and, like, some great company and a conversation. Like, I'm not insane. Probably am insane. I'm not, like, someone who wouldn't enjoy the same things as other people. I enjoy a lot of the same things as other people, but in the sense of, like, well, why not, like, let's just enjoy the best things. Like, if you're gonna smoke weed, smoke the best weed. If you're gonna drink green tea, drink the best green tea. If you're gonna, like, watch a movie, watch the best movie. If you're gonna have sex, have the best sex. If you're gonna, like, have, like, an intimate connection, have the most intimate connection. If you're going to, like, start a company, build a cult that lasts for 1,000 years, and I don't want to take over the world, because I don't think monopoly is, like, good in some sense. Like, I think that, like, monopoly is good in certain ways, but, like, a global government would be bad. I don't want that. I actually want to start my own country as a competition against, well, not competition against global government, but, like, I feel like global government is the result of people all thinking the same way, kinda, because, like, you know what I mean? Like, you have, like, the Chinese communists on one side, then, like, the capitalists on the other side, but they're all the same because they all think that the most important thing is the distribution of capital. You see, I don't think the most important thing is the distribution of capital. I think the most important thing is the realization of the potential of the human mind and nervous system and our capability for harnessing attention, awareness, and consciousness in a focused manner to accomplish God knows what. That's what I think is the most important thing. So I want to introduce people to that idea, because I think that having some competing ideas in this world would be good. Like, maybe capital distribution isn't the most important thing, communists and capitalists. Maybe we're going to have some countries that are competing over who can make the most excellent people. That's my goal. That's my game that I'm playing. And if you want to be a part of that game, then come follow me, stick with me, and subscribe to my shit. Buy my membership sites and get a part of that, because ultimately my goal with the membership site and with this channel is to find people who want that. And then, so then you're part of my membership site. So then I get you, well, insomnia is the best at fixing. So I get your sleep fixed and optimized. And then now you're like, oh, wow, like my sleep is fixed and optimized. And then after that, for the people who, like, have done that, I'll offer, like, a retreat. So now you can come meet me, hang out with me. We go like camping for a week, get out in nature. We get out in some cabins in the woods, like we grill up some good food. We just like do some really, really cool stuff. Not to tell you all the stuff I'm planning, but you gotta like stay around to find out. I also don't know all of it, but kind of making some of this stuff up as I go along. There's a lot of it's planned and a lot of it's made up as I go along. It's like Jack Sparrow from Pirates of the Caribbean, and he's like, "You're mad." He's like, "Good thing too, because if I wasn't, this would probably never work." That's my plan. That's a lot of my plan. It's just like, I think through to make sure it theoretically could work, and then I just go for it, and then I just figure that whatever I do with the plan in mind, with focus and intensity, is going to be something good and productive that's going to lead to a good outcome for people. So that's just like, that's the way I roll, and that's my objective. Because like at the end of the day, like a plan is good. You should definitely have a plan, because if you don't have a plan, then you won't be able to, like, you don't even know if it could work. That's the thing. It's like someone's like, "I'm going to drain Lake Michigan." I'm like, okay, what's your plan? And so I'm not asking what the plan is, because I think the plan's going to be 100% foolproof or whatever. It's more of like, have you even thought through to make sure that this is something that could feasibly work at all? Like, if your plan is like, "I'm going to empty," and you're like, "Okay, well, I'm going to sit down with a spoon and I'm going to empty it." It's like, okay, have you considered the fact that more water flows into Lake Michigan every day than you could possibly, than like 1 million people could drain with a spoon in a day? And they're like, "Oh," so you have to think through, and you realize, you're like, "Oh, wait, okay." So you think through and you come up with the plan that makes sense, but the plan that makes sense is just validation that the idea is theoretically possible, and then you just go forth in a results-oriented manner, knowing that you're just going to have to do whatever you got to do to get the stuff done. But at least you have the plan, so you have a sense of direction, and you have the idea that it is actually possible to do what you're trying to do. And then you just keep identifying the one thing you need to do and doing that again, and then meditating to make sure that you're not being excessively neurotic and doing stuff that doesn't actually need to be done. And on that note, we're done. Tune in tomorrow for more health, fitness, high performance, and I'd say nation building content. It's not like global domination. I'm just trying to build up like a nation of motivated and high performing people. Till next time.